there, my name's Gill Tiney. I'm from Collaboration Global, and this is our podcast, Being Human, Hidden Depths. I'm going to be interviewing some of our members from Collaboration Global, and they're going to be sharing with you their extraordinary lives. Although they would probably believe they're just normal, everyday, average humans, but they are extraordinary. A bit like you and me. We all have our story to tell. We've all been through difficult times, and we've come out the other end having learnt an extraordinary amount about ourselves that we can share with others. So I think you'll find lots of things that will resonate with where you've been in your journey as well. I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Hello and welcome to Collaboration Global and the Being Hidden Human Depths podcast. I'm delighted to say, get my microphone sorted out here. I am delighted to say that we have my dear friend and long-term Collaboration Global member, Jennifer Reef, with us today. Welcome, Jennifer.
Thank you, Jill. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Lovely. Now, you and I can talk for England and and we can go around the houses, but we have a mission and a purpose to have a conversation today. Now, I have been blessed by your talents in that you have taught me how to stay calm, how to meditate, how to de-stress. And you've also helped my husband with different problems that he's had as well, in a way that not everybody is aware exists even. I had been aware of it from various other people that I'd spoken to, but a lot of people might think to themselves, oh yeah, I know how to meditate, or oh yeah, I can de-stress, I'll go for a long walk, which is fine. But you have found a weird and wonderful way of taking this, I'm just trying to explain it, taking the pressure cooker valve off when everything seems to be very intense, and you've got this way of just and bringing everything back to calm and normality. So 2 questions. 1, when did you first find out about it? And 2, would you like to explain what it is to people so they've got an idea of what I'm talking about?
Thank you, Jill. I really like that idea of the pressure cooker, because I do have a pressure cooker, and I realise when you take the pressure off, the steam floods out and makes such a noise, and it's such a relief, and it calms everything down. So it is exactly that. I came across tapping, which is known as Emotional Freedom Technique, EFT, about 17 years ago. I don't even remember who told me, but I know somebody told me and somebody mentioned it out the blue. In fact, 3 people mentioned it to me at different times. And then I know I need to look into something when I keep hearing the same thing. And I lived in Hertfordshire at the time, and I found 2 lovely people who were doing training on EFT. And I went along to their first session, how it works, what it does. And I was hooked, really. I think from day one. I think the reason I love it so much is because it's simple. You can use it anytime you like. You don't need to be in any special place or in anything. You just need your fingers, because the fingers are tapping around the top half of the body, and these pressure points, they're acupressure points. So we've all heard of acupuncture, and many of us have had it, and it involves needles, which is, and it does work. I've had it. It's very, very effective. But for me, this is something I can use, like even now, if I was really nervous, which of course I'm not with you, but if I'm in a nervous situation and I just tap under my collarbone, and within a few seconds, I'm going to be relaxed. So I can calm myself down in any situation. I can do it before I go. I can do it while I'm there. I can use it anytime for anything. And I have used it for everything. So for me, it was a way of being in control of my own life when I was out of control in the past.
Yeah.
Very upset, anxious, worried, all those things that stress us out, all the things, everyday things that worry me haven't even happened yet. Anything that was going on in my life, And there was plenty going on in my life at that time. Young children, had a job. My
Mm.
mum was around. I was looking after her. It was very, very stressful. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that kind of
Yeah.
age when you've got that, you're young and
And
all you're doing is
generation. Mm.
running and working and worrying and looking after. And so I was completely stressed out. And this really, really helped. So I embrace it every day.
Mm.
I don't wait now to get anxious. I do it beforehand.
Ah,
Um, and it's regulated my mind, my body. It helped me to eliminate um, gallstones when they said you need to have them out. There's an 18-month waiting list at the time,
goodness.
and I thought I've got to do something, and I started tapping, and that was maybe 14 years ago.
Gosh. And
Um,
they disappeared or they just didn't
they
worry you
not
anymore?
there, no bother whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I know it disperses things. I know it when your body, let's put it like this, once your body's relaxed.
Mm. Mm.
Well, it's not doing that. That's what's making your gallstones. That, if you think about the conditions we have, arthritis is really, it's a hard, it's the hardening.
Yeah.
It's two bones rubbing together. It's all
Yeah.
sorts of things that are stressing us out that causes the problem. So before I get anything else, I would like to try and keep well. So I use it as a keep well tool, a before
Mm.
it happens tool. And if I'm in a situation that's really scary, and I've just been talking to you about my holiday and
Oh
this
yeah.
scary, scary situation in like a dinghy type of thing in Italy, terrified. I hate that kind of thing. And yet I was tapping and I was calm as anything. I
Oh,
was still a bit scared, but on the nothing worrying.
yeah. It's
It's
that surreal
amazing.
feeling, isn't it? I do remember those kind of times when I've done it in the past where I'm due to go on stage and I was not told I was going on stage. So it's like, oh yes, Jill, would you like to come and tell these 300 people about so and so so and so? I'm like, okay. And I sort of stood there. And at that point, when I'd been invited up on stage, I couldn't remember my name. And so surreptitiously, I was doing the tapping. And one of the things I've been taught by somebody else was about the nail bed where you can squeeze it so that your adrenaline doesn't rush around your body quite so badly. And it just, whew, this kind of serene feeling came over you so that you were still kind of aware of what was going on, but you were no longer in that fight or flight mode where everything was just heightened and stressed and you're ready to cry or shriek or whatever. And
Run away.
run away, exactly, yeah. So what's the science behind it? How does it work?
Well, I was going to say I'm very trusting, and if I see something I like, I'll just if it works, that's good enough for
Yeah.
me. But I do understand there's so many people out there that need proof,
Hmm.
and quite rightly, if you need to read stuff, you need to look at the science behind it. There's so much science now behind it. There's lots of work that have been done with two groups of people. They've had a brain scan. They've given them something to do, like you're going to go on diet for the next 6 weeks. They've given them all sorts of things. They've got two groups of people, and then they are monitoring their brain to see what's happening. And they're finding that people who are tapping are much more relaxed.
Hmm.
They're calmer. I mean, that's really the most important thing. If your body is calm and your mind is calm, you can think straight. You can get so much done. You are free of all that, what's that word, that nonsense that's going on in your head, that chatter that we
Hmm.
all have every single day without even realizing it. So the science is now proven with people, with real people, how this is affecting their brain
Hmm.
and their body. So it's mind and body, and there's so much been written about it. I mean, happy to send stuff to people. There's an article I wrote a few years ago, and although we've moved on since then, that is still the idea of the tapping hasn't changed. But what's really happening is you are putting yourself under hypnosis.
Oh.
Because when you start to slow down, that is the part, that's when your subconscious is taking in what you're saying. So you are in this amazing state. So I do hypnotherapy. So when I put somebody under, I will talk to them about what they want to change. But when you're tapping, you're talking yourself, you're saying how you feel out loud, but it doesn't suit everybody. So I have clients who do not want to do tapping. So I do hypnosis with them, and it's the same effect. So
Right.
you are in that receptive state of mind where you will let it wash over you, and yeah, you're just very receptive. And that's really how it works. And your brain is so brilliant. It actually, I think of it like a sat nav. We've all got sat navs. We all use them. And one day, you're going along and something happens, that road is now closed. So your car won't take you there. It will recalculate. You say recalculate, recalculate. So what's happening is it's finding a new way. Well, your brain, when you're tapping, is once you've said the negative about how you feel, because that's important to get it out, because we can't work it out in our head, has to come out. Once it's out, you've said it, it's not in your head anymore. Your brain says, oh, okay, you don't want to do that anymore then. No, I'll make you a new neuro pathway. It doesn't say this to you. I'm just saying to you, this is how I see it. It makes another way. It takes you another way and shuts that off. And up to, I think, yes, it's still 100 other things related to that one thing will go. It
Oh.
doesn't mean to say it will never come back, but it will come back in a different way, maybe, that you can manage, or it doesn't come back. I've had times when I don't even know what I was tapping on in the first place, like just gone.
Wow.
So that's how I liken it for my layman's terms. For me, I can understand sat navs. I understand what happens. And that's what's happening. While we're tapping on the acupressure points, we're calming ourselves down. We are acknowledging how negative we feel. And then once we are talking through, we think, hang on a minute, I've done much worse than this before. I'm brilliant at what I do. I'm so good. You start looking at all the positives. Well, once you're talking about positive state of mind, everything changes.
So you have to acknowledge the negative before you can remap and recalculate
Yes.
the next.
Which is not something we're told to do. It's not something, no, please don't say that. No, 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 it'll be all right. Everything will be fine. As a mother, I would have said that 100 times. No, please don't get upset. Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying now, be up. I'm not saying be upset. I'm saying say how you feel. Even though I feel, even though I'm scared to go on stage and face other people, I'm terrified. I love myself anyway. So even though I've got this big thing coming up and I don't know how I'm going to do it, I'm going to be okay. So even though 3 times we say this sort of setup statement, even though I'm going to be rubbish up there. I won't know who I am. I can do this. I love myself anyway. So the whole point of that setup statement is to say, whatever's happening, however I feel, I'm good enough. I love myself. Well, we don't say that. That's part of another problem.
Yeah.
We're told we're not good enough. Don't be silly. You can't do that. Who do you think you are? All these kind of sayings that our well-intentioned parents, being a parent now, well-intentioned parents didn't know any different
Yeah.
when they said that to us. For me, 40, 50 years ago. So that's still there. If you don't change the record, you keep repeating it. I keep saying if you keep doing the same thing, get the same result. It's madness. But that's what we all do every day. Or I'll try again. I'll see if it works. I'll do it again this way. So this is all about saying how you feel. And I think that the fact you're releasing that is maybe 50% of the whole problem going. You've said it out loud. You've acknowledged it. This is how I feel. Well, when you always feel relief when you talk to somebody else, talk to a good friend. Don't want any answers. Just let me speak. you
Yeah,
automatically feel better. You've got
that's
it,
so
you know that
true.
saying, I've got it off my chest, literally. Well, tapping is getting it off your chest.
So what
So
acupressure points do you utilize for this kind of thing?
okay, so the side of the hand,
Mm.
um, this acupressure point here, we'd say our setup statement 3 times, just to say how we're feeling. Then we move to the middle of the eyebrows, side of the eyes, under the nose, chin, collarbone, under the arm, and top of the head. So we haven't got time to do all the other hundreds of pressure points, and we don't
Mm.
need to. This is enough. Um, and this is what's happening as you're tapping. You are, as I say, the blood pressure. If you had a blood pressure, if you took your blood pressure before and then you took it off, you would see how much that's gone down.
Mm.
And you will feel calm because you're in that just before you go to sleep stage. You know, that stage
Yeah.
where you can't really get up. You could if you wanted to, but you know, you don't really want to. And you're in that lovely dreamy state, and then you go to sleep,
Mm.
hopefully. That's where you are. You're in that, I don't really care. Yeah, I'm happy. Without drugs.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's really interesting how we do turn to drugs to make it right. When you consider um, children that are neurodiverse, and then they're put on various drugs to calm them down, and when this has been around for many, many years, that they could have been having something as innocuous as tapping to calm them and help them to be in that state of pre-sleep, or at least that kind of, rather than the tension. And you would imagine, having been a school teacher many years ago and having seen these children who are heightened, stressed because nobody gets them, nobody understands them, nobody lets them do what they want to do. Everyone's trying to make them sit down and be still and focus and concentrate, and they can't. And it's so frustrating that something like this as an exercise. Do you find that, I mean, schools have ever adopted anything like this, or?
No, I've taught my grandchildren this technique, and it's so simple. Anyone can do it. So that's the thing. Why this is not in every single school, every single, I mean, I'm passionate about it, but it makes so much sense as to what you're saying. If you could teach a child how to do this,
Mm.
well, in 5 minutes, they will always have a tool. And if they, you know, if you wanted them to sit down, they may have a better chance of doing that if they're tapped because they're not so stressed. I mean, the whole point is this is a calming, non-evasive, natural way to calm down, to give people drugs. I know I'm not anti-drugs. They did save my life. The doctors said, I'm not knocking the NHS, they're wonderful. However, for everyday stress that we, you know, I don't know, we call it stress. It's so many things, isn't it?
Mm.
Stress is a million things, but it's a killer. It gives you heart attacks. It gives you angina. It gets you breathless. There's so many other things that happen when we are stressed.
Mm.
Whereas this de-stresses. And I say to people, the only side effect is you're going to be happier.
Oh well, I'm not going to do that then.
And I
Terrible.
know people go, "Oh, but I don't want that." No, I know people that say, no, thank you. I like me as I am. Well, that's fine, not for them. It's not for everyone. But
Mm.
I am actually, because of Collaboration Global, through you, I
Mm.
have teamed up with um, that wonderful woman in Pakistan.
Oh yes,
It's
Noreen.
Noreen. And
Mm.
Noreen and I have had a few chats, and I've put together 4, 5, 6 videos for their children. She's actually a marvelous woman. She's got a school together with another Collaboration Global member,
Mm.
help, and they have built the first school in Pakistan in her village.
Yeah.
And she, with other few other women, are teaching these children. They're giving them shelter. They're giving them lunches. They're giving them a purpose. It's the most amazing um, project
Yeah.
that this one young woman has put together with the help of other people. So
Mm.
I've given her these videos I've made for the children, and she's saying they're loving them.
Oh, oh,
So,
lovely.
in a way, this is my first intro into getting this into schools, even though it's not in here in this country, as far as I know,
Mm.
it's in Pakistan. So,
Wow.
yes, I think it's a wonderful thing to be able to give a child that tool for life, costs nothing.
Yeah.
And, bullying, I'm just thinking about me at school. I was bullied I was bullied. I
Oh,
was small, I was tiny, I was thin, I wasn't very confident in, uh, I, I was quite confident in one way, but bullying, no, I couldn't handle it. And it did ruin a lot of my school life. I allowed it to colour my whole school life and stop me learning because I was so upset. And
oh.
nobody in those days understood. So I know about bullying. It's horrible.
Mm.
If you can give a child this confidence, and I say to my grandchildren, walk away and smile and say bye, thank you.
Mm.
But you've tapped it at the same time. You're making sure having a tool is a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Having a car is a wonderful thing. Having something is a wonderful thing because then you have something. When you have nothing, you're scared, you're fearful,
Mm.
fight and flight,
Feel
horrible. And
vulnerable.
that's
Yeah.
kids without them.
Yeah.
We're talking about now adults, but those are those children that were bullied. So if we could get this in schools,
Mm.
wow, that would be such a legacy. And I am actually working with somebody in America to to farm this out across the world
Wow.
with to offer it free of charge,
Mm.
being gifted by people that would like to help other people. Um, and I'm hoping that will be coming out. So my wish would be that everyone knows how to do it, even if they don't use it, they have it.
Yes.
It's just be in control of your own life, really. That's really my message. Because if we're not in control of our own lives, who is?
Exactly. Exactly. Excuse me. When you when you consider so many people are being pulled from pillar to post for all sorts of reasons, and the when you put into the mix the state of the world, the state of society, the state of politics, the social media, the pressures that are on people today, whether they run their own business or not, is immense compared to what our parents experienced when they were younger. And obviously they had different things to contend with, but it's just like, why would people not try it when there is nothing in what you tell me about it that's going to cause damage? There's nothing that can be irretrievably broken or irretrievably turned into the wrong direction. It's not like you give, hey, here's this drug, try this one and see how that works for you. But you might be have all this long list of side effects. I mean, there are no side effects, are there, to tapping?
Right? Yeah, you'll be happy. You'll be in control. You can't whinge anymore. You can't have any drama anymore. It's
Yeah.
nobody's fault anymore. It's down to you. It's nobody's fault. It's not your fault. It's not their fault. Well, that's how most people function. I've come across lots of people during my lifetime so far who want to, well, I say they want to stay there. That's not true. They are so used to being in that
Mm.
state of negativity,
Mm.
fear.
Drama.
Oh my God, the country. Do you know, gossip, drama.
Mm.
That's what keeps people, they think, safe. I don't know. I don't know
It's
what it's
familiar, isn't it? That's the thing. It's what they've
familiar.
always known.
It's familiar. And if it's other people's fault, how can you ever make it right?
Mm.
It's the government's fault. It's the
Mm.
country's fault. It's Trump's fault. It's
Poor me.
everyone's fault.
And
It's my husband's fault. It's my children. If my children had done that, if my mother, if my father,
yeah.
if only I
Mm.
would be okay. No, it's never going to work. It's never
Mm.
worked for people I know who are now in their 60s and 70s.
Mm.
Still the same. Um, they will say things happen. I won't swear online, but things happen and it always happens to me.
Mm. Mm.
Right. And where are you playing a part? So people do not for some reason, want to take control of their own life. They would much rather say, Jill, if you do that, then it'll be your fault, and I've got nothing to do it. So it's all your fault. That's much better for me than it being anything to do with me. But actually, it is nobody's fault. It's you are who you are. I am who I am. You and I have got different maps of our worlds in our heads because of our upbringing, because of our thoughts, because of what we think we know, what we don't know, what we do know. Everybody's different. So you and I could say two things. I could say tapping, you think, oh my goodness, that's ridiculous. How ridiculous. And I would say to you, that's fine. It's good. You're right. Jill, you're right. And so am I. So we're both right because we both have a different view. And that view is your view, and this is mine, and yours isn't wrong or right. And neither, we are both right. This is how we see things. And also, people would like to go to the doctor because the doctor will write prescription, mostly, and give them a pill. And that's easier than tapping.
Is it though?
Take a pill. You're going to be out of your mind. You're not going to be actually functioning because it's when you're in an unsafe place, unlike the tapping, when you're in that place just before you go to sleep, you're in that kind of place with the tapping. But when you're taking a drug, who knows what? I've taken, I mean, I can only take like a half a Valium and I'm gone. I'd be no good on drugs. I can't cope. My body can't cope. And everyone's different. So when you take a pill for maybe sleep's a big problem for lots of my clients. I've tried this sleep, I've tried that, I've tried this drug, I've tried that. Okay, listen to something like perhaps a meditation before you go to bed. But it's easier to take a drug. It's much easier. Again, you're giving away your power to that doctor. And as I say, I'm not knocking them. They're there. They're wonderful. They have a particular place in our life today. Always have done. However, how about trying to help yourself? I've helped people who have got high blood pressure. Pressure's gone down. Diabetes, pressure's gone down. Everything's gone down. Everything's regulating, calming. So you just imagine the sea, calm, as opposed to that time on the boat the other week when I was chucking about all over the place, feeling sick. Because it's quite scary when you're using a lot of energy when you're scared.
Yes. Yeah.
So the other thing is you are using up your energy. So just imagine every day you have 100% energy. By 9 o'clock, how much of that are you using? All day long, you're just worrying about, I've got to go to the shops now. No, I've got to make a phone call. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. So we are stressing out so badly. And I feel that this is affecting the National Health Service and it's putting pressure on that. The people are getting pressured. The doctors are getting pressured. People can't get doctor's appointments so easily anymore. It's a lot of unfortunate things that are happening, but not solving the problem, but making it even worse. Oh my God, I can't get a doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
So this is just really you're self-regulating, self-hypnotizing yourself in a very safe way. Obviously, you need to go and talk to a doctor before you do anything. I'm not suggesting that you self-diagnose.
No.
I'm suggesting you go to a doctor, healthcare, get that sorted, and then alongside with them, if you need that, you do this. It's definitely not a good idea to just think it's going to, happen overnight and it's going to control everything, but it will start to stop you stressing like you were.
I mean, when you think about it's using your acupressure points and that acupuncture has been around for about 4,000 years.
4,000 years, yeah.
And there is a lot of scientific evidence as well to back that up. What I read a book a few years ago by Dr. Fabio Mancini, who called it The Power of Healing. That was the name of his book. And within that, basically, he was saying, whatever you believe in is going to work for you, because basically your body is doing the healing anyway. but you've got to give it access to what it needs, and it needs you
You
to
give
be
it
calm.
permission. Give it permission.
Yeah, give it permission. It needs you to be calm. It needs you to be open. It needs you to give permission. So if you are always going to believe in the consultant, the man in the white coat, then that's what you need to go to. And if you're going to believe the person that's going to give you magic mushrooms, then that's going to be the right person for you. It's what your belief system is. If it's praying to God, that's going to work for you. What I like about the tapping, though, is it crosses all modalities, doesn't it? It's taking in the acupressure points, therefore it's based in science that these are areas that your body needs to kind of reconnect with so that it can help your brain to function more effectively. And if your brain is functioning more effectively, that is enabling the rest of your body to heal. Plus, it's like ancient religions all have an element of meditation in them, which is kind of what you're doing within that. And the hypnotic state that you become part of is another space that where you can heal. And what do they do if you've been in a severe car crash or an accident or anything? They put you in a concussion, don't they? That it's a coma, an induced coma, so that your body can rest and then it can start getting better. And all this is doing is like putting you into a nirvana state in order for your body to go, oh, thank goodness for that. She was just stressing me out because she was so stressed. And once you kind of allow that to let go. So for me, the huge logic to the benefits of tapping, and it's just something that I think for a lot of people is new. It's a bit weird. It feels a bit weird. So that's going to make me better. Is it really this bit? Oh, and you feel like, I mean, I've seen when we've done this collaboration global sessions, and we've all done, and you can sort of almost like, I'm not laughing. This is a bit strange. But at the
Is
same,
she mad?
Yeah, there's an element of that because like this can't possibly be doing anything. But don't knock it till you've tried it. That's the thing. And once you kind of experience that, I can't remember the time that you did some tapping for me. I think it's because I wasn't sleeping or something. And it all kind of slotted into space. It's giving your body permission to do what it needed to do. So now I'm on. I was just going to say, now I'm on an experiment to see if I can improve my health generally with it as well. So over the coming few weeks, I'll be tapping on a daily basis to improve my immune system so that I can bolster myself for the coming flu season so that I don't get ill. Because over the past year, I've been ill again and again and again and again and again. So it's like, let's not do that again. So if I can try anything that might work, I'm going to give my body permission to rest up and open up to have a stronger immune system.
So that's a challenge for you. So I suggest the next 4 weeks as a challenge. You start with how you feel today. You write down how you feel. You know, are you 100%? Are you 80%? Where are you? And then you start tapping. Every week you can just register a number. So what we usually do is before I start a session, I'll say to you, how do you feel on a scale of 0 to 10? And so 10 being the worst and 0 being the least. So if you're really stressed, you're maybe a 6, 7, 8, might be a 10. If you put that number down before you tap, and then at the end, you take a deep breath in and calm down and just say to yourself, where am I? Just the first number that comes in your head. Don't think about it. That will tell you how you've moved. If you want evidence, I don't need evidence, but if you want evidence, you can look at that and say, wow, or it's gone up. We just need to work at that more. You need it to come down. So I often tap and then it will be something like, it was an 8 and then it's gone down to a 3. Only because I just said 3. I haven't thought about it. So that's a challenge for you. 4 weeks. I'm going to come back to you in 4 weeks.
Okay.
And because it's very good for me to be able to prove that to my clients.
Yes, for sure.
And I can't really convince anyone of this. You have to try it to know how it works.
It's getting into good habits as well, isn't it? It's like from the physicality of doing yoga, after 3, 4, 5 sessions that your muscles are getting stronger, your body is getting more flexible, you can breathe more easily, you're probably sleeping better. And it's just because of bit by bit by bit. Well, if you go to one
Yes.
yoga session, you walk away. If you spent an hour doing yoga, and the next day you're like, oh, I really ache. Does this supposed to be doing me any good? It feels awful. But it's like little bit by bit by bit by bit, consistently makes a huge difference in the long run. So it will be interesting to see, because I've done it ad hoc, off and on.
No, no, this is 4 weeks every day for like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
You
perfect.
just, I do touch, I do qigong,
Yeah.
which I love, and I do that 10 minutes a day,
Mm,
most days. I
mm,
feel so much better. I'm moving the energy around. So
yeah.
this is what you're doing. You're moving the energy around. You're giving yourself, your brain as instructions.
Mm.
As opposed to, do you know what? I'm 5 years old. I can do what I like. And it doesn't care that, dangerous, who cares? That's what's happening with our runaway mind when we're not thinking straight. So
Mm.
this is controlling your mind in a healthy way. You're doing something that is good for you. You really can't lose with it. Even if you think it after 4 weeks, you think, yeah, I didn't make any difference.
Yeah, it's not going to
At
do any
least you can
damage.
say, I tried it. If you give up before you start, it's not going to work. But I think underlying all this tapping for me is self-love.
Yeah, beautiful.
It's all about how much do I value myself? How much do I love myself? How much, I mean, when you love someone, you want to give them everything. You want to do the wonderful things for them, be it a partner, parent, a grandchild. I'm saying, how about starting with yourself? Because, as I said before, we are in control of ourselves. It's up to us what we think, what we say, how we feel, how we treat people.
Mm.
It's not, people saying this, they start this war, they start that war. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I just want what you've got. So I'm going to come and take it. This is a whole nother way of thinking. Self-love, leave, what you think is right and what I think is right. We're both right.
Mm.
There's no fight, there's no pull, there's no struggle. I know that's a bit of a thing to work towards, but I do believe if each of us do our little bit, then that's the collective whole, isn't it? If
Yeah.
we all stop talking about the news, switch it off, we all know what's going on. Somebody will tell you. I always say my husband's very keen on knowing what's happening. He will tell me, I'll
Yeah.
switch the telly on, it will be there. But don't listen to the news. It's depressing. Don't put yourself in a situation where someone's going to pick on you. Don't go there. Be maybe take a step back and say, how would I want to be? What do I want to be? The best human being I could be. I want to be loving, kind to me, and then I can be loving, kind to you. If I don't blame you, that's another thing gone. If I just let you be, wow, Jill, just be yourself. I love you the way you are.
This has strings of Brené Brown coming through it. Is allowing yourself to love yourself and allowing
Yeah.
yourself to be vulnerable enough that you are asking yourself, what do I need? Who am I? What am I trying to achieve? I always remember one story she told about, it was turned into a cartoon, how she'd spilt her coffee in the morning. And she said the first words out of her mouth was, oh, Steve. So Steve, her husband, had been there and thrown it at her. But she'd put the logic was because he came in late the night before, meant she hadn't
Yeah, it's
slept
all his
very well, which meant she was tired, which meant that she tripped over, which meant she spilt the coffee, blah,
yeah.
blah, blah. So it was all his fault. And it's like how quick we are. If you monitor your day and your thoughts throughout the day, I bet you'll find that 50 to 100 times you'll be blaming somebody else for a situation that you have just created yourself. Oh, it's the weather, or it's this, or it's that, or it's a, and that's just stress and stress and stress building up. But
Yeah.
I don't know if we're taught how to do this, or if there's a inherent negative space in our heads, but we go into cup half empty before we go into cup half full. And I think by practicing something every single day about how much do I love myself, just asking that question, how much, what
What
number,
a lovely
how much do
question.
I ask? Yeah,
What
but do that every
wow.
single
Yeah.
day.
How
And
much do
then
I love myself?
whatever it is that's bothering you, whether it's another person or whether it's the situation in the world or whether it's your business is not working, tapping on that and then measure it over the course of a month. Join me on this, the next 4 weeks. So we're in, where are we? What's the date today? 23rd of September to the 23rd of October. Let's do this and see what happens. And all we're trying to do is love ourselves. And if we're loving ourselves, how much more can we then love other people? So we are raising the consciousness of our society and our world just by people coming in to do this. And even if you're listening to this podcast and you're going, oh no, it's December, I've missed it. Just do it anyway. do the month, and then just keep a record and then get in touch with us and say, this is what happened after I did a month of tapping.
That's a brilliant idea.
Go through a 2-minute tapping session now,
okay,
Jennifer, just so people can see the acupoints and how they can.
So following on from that, I think it's so important to know that our parents, their parents, 7 generations back or further, were doing the best they could with what they had and what they knew, as we did with our children. I apologize to my children once a year. Actually, today is a Jewish holiday called Rosh Hashanah, and it's a new year. And you want to also think about the things you've done wrong, right? With people, you've upset people. And I every year say to my children, my 2 grown-up children, please forgive me. Anything I've done to upset you this year, unknowingly, unwillingly, please, because we do say things, we don't mean it necessarily, but all I'm saying is that there's no blame anywhere. We're always doing the best we can. If we knew better, we'd do better. So wherever you are, you can change it in an instant. So we're going to tap on. So we're going to start. Take a deep breath in. You can do this with me, Jill?
I am going to do this with you, but can you remember that many people will be listening to this, so you have to really describe what you're doing.
Okay, so I'm going to describe it. Okay, and also you can always find the way to tap on my YouTube channel, just to look at it if you'd like to see it visually. So we're tapping at the side of the hand. It doesn't matter which side of the hand you're using. Just under your little finger, just on your hand itself. We're tapping with 2, 3, 4 fingers, doesn't matter. And repeat after me. So even though I'm so stressed right now.
I'm so stressed right now.
And it's affecting my health.
And it's affecting my health.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway.
Love and accept myself anyway.
So we're going to repeat that again. So even though I am so stressed.
And it's
everybody else's fault.
And it's everybody else's fault.
Not mine.
Not mine.
Yeah, I'm just doing the best I can.
I'm just doing the best I can.
I don't understand why I'm so unhappy.
I don't understand why I'm so unhappy.
So last time, even though I keep promising myself every day I will change.
I keep promising myself every day I will change.
I'll do something different.
I'll do something different.
And everything will be fine.
And everything will be fine.
So far, that hasn't worked out well.
So far, that hasn't worked out well.
But maybe now I can give this a chance. Because I'm in control of my life. No one else.
No one else.
Okay, so we're going to tap in the middle of the eyebrow with 2 or 3 fingers. And we're going to do some negative talk to let it out. So all this stress. Side of the eye, either eye, doesn't matter. I am overwhelmed with stress. Under the eye. And then I get sick. Under the nose. And I wonder why. Under the mouth. It's no wonder with the pressure I put myself under. Collarbone, just under the collarbone itself. I am so tired of all this. I just want to be well.
I just want to be well.
So I just want you to close your eyes for a moment and just don't say anything, just listen. I want you to think of a time when you've been so stressed. I want you to remember how you felt, how tight your body was. Can hardly swallow sometimes, nothing's functioning. You get a migraine, you can't sleep. And it's just so difficult to control. I'd just like you to imagine that with this tapping, for a few minutes a day, you could set yourself up for the day to feel calm, to feel in control, to let go of blaming everyone else, your family, your friends, your colleagues, and just be with yourself. Just enjoy all the wonderful things that you have achieved in your life. Just think back, do a little stock take of how amazing you are, how many people you've helped, the amazing things you've done in your lifetime. Just bring those up right now and be proud of who you are and where you've come from. Just know that you're a loving, kind, generous human being to yourself first and then to others. Just feel how good that feels. Take stock of your achievements and know you're good enough. You always have been good enough, and you always will be good enough, no matter what's going on around you. And gently open your eyes, and we're going to start tapping under the arm. I am enough.
I am enough.
Top of the head. I've always been enough.
I've always been enough.
I can do this.
I can do this.
It's exciting.
It's exciting.
So one more round, back to the eyebrow. I'm looking forward to getting to know myself.
I'm looking forward to getting to know myself.
Side of the eye, I'm looking forward to getting to love myself again.
I'm looking forward to getting to love myself again.
Under the eye, I'm going to leave everybody else alone to do it for themselves.
I'm going to leave everybody else alone to do it for themselves.
Under the nose, that's their journey.
That's their journey.
And this is my journey.
And this is my journey.
Under the mouth, I am enough.
I am enough.
I love myself as I am.
I love myself as I am.
Collarbone. This feels so good.
This feels so good.
To acknowledge myself at last.
To acknowledge myself at last.
It's been a long time coming.
It's been a long time coming.
But I'm here now.
But I'm here now.
And I can make the rest of my life the best of my life.
I can make the rest of my life the best of my life.
And enjoy other people too.
And enjoy other people too.
Because they have many gifts as well.
Because they have many gifts as well.
I just haven't seen them all yet.
Just haven't seen them all yet.
Under the arm, I give myself permission to free myself of any negativity.
I give myself permission to free myself of any negativity.
I am love. Top of the head, I am love.
I am love.
I'm good enough.
Good enough.
And all is well.
And all is well.
So if you stop tapping now and take a deep breath in and out.
Thank you, Jennifer.
I'm just going to ask you, just don't think about it. What number are you from 0 to 10?
Which end is the good and which end is the bad?
10 is high, you're highly stressed.
Oh, 1, 2. Yeah.
Just, it's a good way of, you know, if you're not as confident as I am, I've been doing this for 17, 18 years. Just note the number down before, note the number down after. The one thing is, I've had clients come to me who don't believe that they had a problem afterwards. So how are you feeling about going on a lift? What do you mean? I'm okay. I, I've had that, and I actually write down the problem
Yes. So they
and show
can,
it to them because what problem? What do you mean? I say, how do you feel about something? And they go, so how do you feel about being so stressed out? And how does that feel now? Like, how stressed are you?
nothing. Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's just the feeling you're going to get that you're going to know it's working.
Yeah.
It's not that subtle either. It's kind of you just think I feel great. And you can do that as many times in the day. I mean, if I'm in a situation and I'll just do that. A few
Mm,
seconds, I'll calm myself down on my chest
yeah.
with two hands. I'll just do that. No one cares what I look like. I've never been bothered about that.
Yeah.
Everyone's only thinking about themselves anyway. Remember
That's
that.
true. Yeah.
So, you can do it in any situation when without, when you might respond, when you might want to say something,
Yeah.
stop, tap, and then see if you want to say it in a nicer way or not at all afterwards.
Yeah, for sure. Listen, Jennifer, this has been an absolute delight. Thank you so much, not only for giving us a gift of this meditation that we can go away and do again. Also, I would urge everybody to go and check out your YouTube channel. Is it just Jennifer Reef?
Well, if you put Jennifer Reef in, that would be easy. I'm there. They'll find me. And just if you like what you see, please subscribe because that helps me get this out to more people.
Exactly, exactly. And sometimes we don't need to know how things work. We just have to try it. And if we don't see a difference straight away, then have faith and do the 4 week experiment and just see what comes out of that. I'd be really fascinated to find out if people are doing it and what the outcomes are along the way. Although I think I kind of already know what's going to happen, but I don't want to preempt anything. But yeah, thank you, Jennifer, so much. It's been an absolute joy learning more about what you do, as well as who you are and what your ambition is in life is to help as many people as you can to get this key, this tool that anyone can access so that they can have this best life that they're on this planet to have. So
Well, from 5 to 95 or 100, there's a woman who's now 116, I heard on
yeah,
the radio yesterday. So, if you want to live a long, healthy life, use everything you can that has no side effect except being happy.
yeah. So if anybody wants to get hold of Jennifer, what's the best way of getting hold of you, Jen?
I think if you go on LinkedIn or Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
or my website is jennifer-reef.com. I put
Brilliant.
the dash because there's too many R's and it might get lost in
Oh yeah,
translation.
yeah.
So you can find me there or through Gill, through
So
Collaboration Global. But
exactly. So
thank you so much for having me, Jill. I'm so delighted to share it with you and the whole of Collaboration Global.
brilliant. Thank you so
And
much.
whoever else is listening, yeah, just get in touch with me if there's any questions.
Lovely. And if you want to
Keep
meet
listening.
Jennifer, she is regularly at our guest sessions at Collaboration Global. So just go to collaborationglobal.org and you can book yourself on or find us on Eventbrite or have a look on LinkedIn. We've got our meetings on there as well. So thank you again, Jennifer. And I will see you at the next meeting, which is the 30th of September.
Next week.
Next week, indeed. And we're going to have some fun with that as well. Thank you so much. And we'll see you again very soon.
Thanks.